Check, check one. Hello, sports fans. Welcome to Scott Sports 101. I've had to restart because of some technical problems. The New England Patriots took Marcelo Dye with the 180th pick, quarterback, South Carolina. With the 181st, Rams took Kamel Vidal, running back, Troy. 102nd, Tennessee Titans, Jaquan Jackson, wide receiver, Tulane. 183rd pick, the New York Giants at Darius Musa, linebacker, UCLA. And with the 184th pick, the Miami Dolphins took Malik Washington, wide receiver, Virginia. Philadelphia's on the clock, and their pick is never waiting for it to come up on the screen. Well, recap today's round 4 and round 5 picks today. With the 101st pick in the draft, the Carolina Panthers took Ja'Tavion Sanders, tight end, Texas. With the 102nd pick, the Denver Broncos, in a trade from Seattle through Washington, took Troy Franklin, wide receiver, Oregon. With the 103rd pick, the New England Patriots took Layden Robinson, guard from Texas A&M. With the 104th pick, the Arizona Cardinals took Dadrion Taylor, Demerson, safety out of Texas. With the 104th pick, the Arizona Cardinals. With the 105th pick, the LA Chargers took Justin Boygby, defensive tackle, Alabama. With the 106th pick, Tennessee Titans took Cedric Gray, linebacker, North Carolina. With the 107th pick, the New York Giants took Theo Johnson, tight end, Penn State. With the 108th pick, Minnesota took Kyrie Jackson, quarterback, Oregon. We're still waiting for the 185th pick for the Eagles to come up on the screen. With the 109th pick in the draft, the Atlanta Falcons took Brandon Dorius, defensive tackle, Oregon. We'll get back to this in just a sec because the Eagles have selected Johnny Wilson, wide receiver, Florida State, with the 185th pick in this draft. And I think they've been wanting to get, they were looking, had eyes on him and were wanting to get him, and they got him. This was a good choice from Florida State. And this was a good choice for them. And we're in commercial. We got the 186th pick coming up. And let's get back to recapping this round four. With the 110th pick, the New England Patriots with the trade from the LA Chargers through the Chicago Bears took Javon Baker, wide receiver, USF. With the 111th pick, the Green Bay Packers, in a trade from the New York Jets, took Evan Williams, safety, Oregon. With the 112th pick, the Las Vegas Raiders took Cameron Richardson, cornerback, Mississippi State. With the 113th pick, the Baltimore Ravens. I'm trying to find out who the 186th pick that the whatever team that was, but Atlanta's got the 187th pick, and we're waiting for that to come up on the screen. And it's about to come in right now. Let's see who they took. And they have selected, with the 187th pick, Casey Washington, wide receiver, Illinois. And I think they were this is an interesting pick. And I think they were in need of a wide receiver. And I think this was a good choice. This was a good choice. Now comes Brady. Can he overcome that? And the ultimate 6th round gem in Tom Brady. Great to see your good friend Mike Tirico, who Now we've got the 188th pick that the Texans have, and then their pick is in. We're waiting for it to come up on the screen. But with the 113th pick, the Baltimore Ravens took from a trade Denver through the Jets. Devontae Walker, wide receiver, North Carolina. With the 181st, with the 114th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars took Javen Foster, offensive tackle, Missouri. And with the 115th pick, the Cincinnati Bengals took Eric All, tight end, Iowa. With the 116th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars. And with the 186th pick, Atlanta had that one as well. They took Jace McMillan from Alabama.
About analyzing the situation that he went to, about as far as how that was a contributing factor. Look, Tom's motivation and drive is legendary. It's probably one of one. Who has extracted more out of whatever ability that they had, more so than him? In the history of sports, quite honestly, that's what a draft is good. I mean, I'm saying, listen.
I am trying to find out what position he plays. I'll have to wait till it comes back around. We're waiting for the Texans pick to come in on the screen. With the 116th pick, the Jacksonville Jaguars on a trade from New Orleans took Jordan Jefferson, defensive tackle, LSU. With the 117th pick, the Indianapolis Colts took Tanner Bartoloni, center, Wisconsin. And when you do get a trivia question, I was going to do it today, but you will not, because I had to play catch up when I got home, but you will get a trivia question on my next podcast sometime this week. And with the 118th pick, Seattle Seahawks took Tyrese Knight, linebacker, Texas, El Paso. And with the 119th pick, the Pittsburgh Steelers took Mason McCormick, guard, South Dakota. With the 120th pick, the Miami Dolphins, and a trade from the Philadelphia Eagles through the Los Angeles Rams. Through the Los Angeles Rams to Pittsburgh Steelers took Jalen Wright, running back, Tennessee. And the Browns have about 18 picks to go to their back on the clock. And with the 121st pick, the Seattle Seahawks in a trade from Denver through Miami took AJ Barner, tight end, Michigan. And with the 122nd pick, the Chicago Bears, in a trade from Philadelphia, took Troy Taylor, punter from Iowa. With the 123rd pick, the Houston Texans, in a trade from the Cleveland Browns, took Cade Stover, tight end, Ohio State. Another Ohio State Buckeye off the board. And with the 124th pick, the San Francisco 49ers, and a trade from the Dallas Cowboys, took Malik Mustafa, safety, Wake Forest. And the Texans pick is in with the 188th pick. And they have selected, we will find out right now, they have selected Jamal Hill, linebacker, Oregon. Which I think they were looking to get a linebacker, and I think Jamal Hill's just a really great choice. And he really put up some big numbers with Oregon last year. And he can really run the pocket for you. And the Texans are back on the clock with the 189th pick. They've got two back-to-back ones. And he can really put up some big numbers. Oh, so it's the Lions that are now on the clock. Detroit is now on the clock. They've traded it, so they're on the clock with the 189th pick. But he can run the pocket, and he can really put up big numbers for you and really score points for you. So the Lions pick is in. We're waiting for it to come up on the screen. Oh, he's a running back, Alabama. And then for the folks, the 186th pick, and for Chase McMillan, yeah, he's a running back. Alabama for Atlanta. So, but he's a good pick, and he put up some big numbers. And we're waiting for the 189th pick to come in, getting back to round 4 from today with the 125th pick. It's Tampa Bay Buccaneers took Bucky Irving, running back, Oregon, with the 126th pick. We'll get to that in a minute. But the Lions selection is about to come in, and we'll find out who they've selected. I think they're going to take an offensive tackle. Chase McMillan's 5'10", 221 pounds. Who Atlanta took with and they take Mekhi Wingo, defensive tackle, LSU. I think they were looking to get a defensive tackle, and they made a good choice. And he really put up some big numbers with them. And he can really run the pocket, and he's going to be a great addition to the Lions. And the Philadelphia Eagles are back on the clock with the 190th pick in this draft. And I'm waiting for that. Casey Washington, one thing I remember him doing is making a lot of big catches. He made some pivotal catches. With the 126 picks I was mentioning, Detroit in a trade with the New York Jets through Green Bay took Giovanni Manu, offensive tackle, University of British Columbia. With the 128th pick, the 127th pick, excuse me, hold on. Philadelphia in a trade from Houston took Will Shipley, running back, Clemson. With the 128th pick, the Buffalo Bills took Ray Davis, running back, Kentucky. With the 129th pick, the San Francisco 49ers took in a trade from Minnesota through Detroit, Isaac Urendo, running back, Louisville. And we're still waiting for Philadelphia's pick to come up on the screen. So we'll wait for that to come up. With the 130th pick, the Baltimore Ravens. Did I do the 129th? Did I do that one? I think I did. Yeah, I did that one. Isaac With the 130th pick, the Baltimore Ravens took TJ Tampa, quarterback, Iowa State. With the 131st pick, the Kansas City Chiefs took Jared Wiley, tight end, TCU. With the 132nd pick, the Detroit Lions in a trade from the 49ers took Sahone Vaki, running back, Utah. And with the 133rd pick, the Kansas City Chiefs in a trade from Buffalo took Jalen Hicks, safety, Washington State. Pick is in for the and they took Dylan McMahon, guard, North Carolina State. I think that's a good choice, and they had been looking to get a guard. I think they got a good one from North Carolina State. And the Arizona Cardinals are on the clock with the 191st pick, and their pick is in, so we'll wait for that one to come up on the screen. But I think McMahon will be a great addition to the Philadelphia Eagles. With the uh, 134th pick, the New York Jets, and a trade from Baltimore took Braylon Allen, running back, Washington. With the 135th pick, the San Francisco 49ers took Jacob Cowing, wide receiver, Arizona. And that wrapped up round 4. Now the picks from round 5. With the 138th pick, the Arizona Cardinals took Xavier Thomas, edge, Clemson. With the 139th pick, the Washington Commanders took Jordan McGee, linebacker, Temple. We're still waiting for the Cardinals pick to come in for the 191st pick. And so we're still waiting for that to come up on the screen. Hopefully we'll get it very shortly. With the 140th pick, the LA Chargers took Cam Hart, cornerback, Notre Dame. They took that one. And I think they're going to go with an edge. I think that's who Arizona's going to go with. We'll see if I'm right. We'll see. And I'm going to take a break, and I've got to upload this video, so I'm coming right back. More to come. Stay with us on this final day of the NFL Draft.